I don't know about you guys, but leading up to the release of Elden Ring Nightreign, I was excited for it. You know, it was more Elden Ring. It was different. I thought I'd maybe enjoy it, and then it came out, and I can't stop playing the game. But at this point, and I feel like some people watching this might relate, I think I've seen everything that the game has to offer. I'm still playing it. I'm still trying different characters, I'm still enjoying the game, but the DLC for Nightreign is going to be extremely important to keep the game fresh and keep it alive. There's certain things that I think the DLC needs to do, like it is a must-have if they're going to release an update. So I'm going to talk about a few of those things today. If I miss any, or if you have any of your own, ideas, let me know down below. I'd like to read them. Starting with the biggest thing, and one of the most important in my opinion, new maps. Not just shifting Earth events, but entire new maps. An expedition goes on for, about 40 minutes? And 30 of them are spent running around the map leveling up. To keep that whole experience fresh, I think one of the most important things the game can add is new maps. And I don't just mean a new map with all of the same places of interest and forts and camps that we have in the current map. No, completely brand new. People already complain now about the map being, sort of the same every time. Once you know what's efficient, you're going to do that every single time. If we have a good few maps in the game and they all have different locations in them and they have different things, that will be one of the biggest things to keep the game fresh. They could even make additions to the one that we have now, like new raids, for example. I know it's not a huge thing and it's not something that happens every single time, but it's still something I would welcome. One thing I'd love to see is a pursuer raid from Dark Souls 2, because in that game, that's what he does. He just invades you and tries killing you. So things like that I think could work in the current map as well. The next thing I'd like to see is relics improved. And when I say that, I mean the way that we can sort through them, having more specific sorting options, having an option to favorite or instantly sell when you earn or buy them. It also feels like you can go weeks playing the game without getting anything useful. Since release, I've been trying to get an extra skill use relic for Iron Eye, with another effect on it that is even just half decent. But instead I'll get additional skill use for Iron Eye plus improved throwing pots. I'm not asking for god tier relics, I would just like them to be a bit more focused so that more often than not I actually think about using them. They won't make or break a run. What happens in the run makes a much bigger difference on the outcome. If not, then at least give me a way to get rid of them instantly. That would be much appreciated. The next thing I hope for is a load of new bosses for day 1 and day 2. Right now, it's going to be 1 of 2 bosses when it spawns, just based off of the mobs alone. And I suppose that's always going to be a thing, but I've had runs where, I'll fight the same day 2 boss 2 or 3 times in a row. I don't care if they're from an existing game or if they make new ones. I don't know the general consensus of them using bosses from Dark Souls or older games, but I genuinely enjoyed seeing the Dark Souls bosses return in Nightreign form, getting to hear their music again and all that. I wouldn't mind seeing more Dark Souls bosses make their way over to Nightreign, but again, I don't care what they're from. I just want to see more bosses at the end of day 1 and day 2. One thing I think is confirmed for the DLC, and this is a source trust me bro moment, I think I heard it at some point, but new character classes, I think they are already confirmed for the DLC. Now I personally think that what we have currently in the game covers the majority of what's needed, but I will never turn down more options. I'd love to see a martial artist class make its way into the game, and keep in mind they can improve playstyles to make them into classes, just like what they did with bows and Iron Eye. So I'm interested in seeing what kind of ideas they come up with for the new classes. They could always add things to the existing classes as well. But let me know if you have any good ideas for existing classes or brand new ones. Another thing we definitely need is more skins. I think it would be cool if they decided to associate some sort of challenge with unlocking them as well. Because right now, we just buy them. So if they added new skins and tied challenges to them, nothing too crazy, but like, I don't know, maybe fight this boss and win 5 times in a row. Beat this boss a total of 10 times. They might not be the best ideas, right? But a method of unlocking skins that are tied to some sort of small challenge. And of course, duo mode is something that they've already spoken about. They said it was overlooked during development. I don't know how, but that's what they said. So that should be arriving at some point in the future as well. And I think that covers most of what I want. New maps with brand new locations, new shifting earth events, a few more classes added to the game, maybe some additions to the ones that we have now, who knows. More bosses, more Night Lords. I've gotten well over 100 hours with what we have currently in the game, and I think with these things, we can get hundreds more out of the game. That being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in my next video.